Travis Hunter is a generational talent. It's absolutely undeniable. He's been showing it especially on offense over the past couple of games in his rookie season. Today, we're going to be breaking down film from his first 7 NFL games, and I'll be explaining why I think he's only going to get better as the season progresses. There's a reason he was selected second overall. There's a reason the Jaguars traded up for him. I think it's because he's going to become an incredible NFL player. He is such a natural athlete. But before we dive into the film, let's get some background on Travis Hunter so far this season. We're looking at his PFF grades on offense here, and you can see the snap counts, total snap counts. He's had the 2 highest marks of the season for his rookie year over the past 2 weeks against Seattle and the Los Angeles Rams, 58 and 67. It's more than any other week previously. So he's getting a ton of snaps on offense. We weren't sure what his role was going to look like originally, but it's pretty clear now that they are very set on using him on offense. He also has the potential to be a very talented defensive back as well, but they've made a point to deployment receiver a lot, especially over the last couple games, and he's been excelling in that area because of how much playing time he's getting. Here are his defensive snap counts. He's still getting a good bit. He only had 14 defensive snaps the last game. So as far as fantasy football goes, that presents a bit more upside because he is getting on the field more and more as a traditional receiver. He's also already made 4 contested catches on 8 contested targets this year. As you can see down at the bottom, that's a 50% rate. That's pretty dang good for a rookie. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and dive into the film. So we're going to start off just showing some manufactured touches for Travis Hunter in this Jaguars offense. Being the number 2 overall pick, it's obvious they want to give him the ball early and often. That showed in these touches he's getting through screens, through design touches. That's going to inflate his fantasy value. It's going to give him a baseline number of touches in the game because they want to get him involved in the game plan. Here's Hunter down here. They're going to set the screen to him. It could have been a good play, but Lawrence is going to miss on the pass, causing Hunter to collide to the defender and just be tackled for, I think, a loss of 1 here. Lawrence takes snap, passes low and away. Hunter, first of all, the block isn't that good in front of him. You can see defender's already crashing down on him, but Hunter basically has to fall to the ground to catch this pass, and there's never a chance to the ground. Next play here, similar play, but this time Hunter is here. He's going to back up and get the screen this way. Tight end, I believe it's either Hunter Long or Brenton Strange, one of the two. He's going to kick out and make this defender redirect around him, giving Hunter some space to work inside. And then Anton Harrison, the right tackle, is going to work outside and make a nice block, giving Hunter some space. Hunter navigates well, and just another one of these screens design touches that's going to push his fantasy value up because it's going to give him some extra touches in the game. You can see Hunter in the middle of those 2 receivers on the right side. There's the pass right there, and you can see right here, it is Hunter Long, tight end. Makes the defender redirect. Hunter's going to cut inside, and here's Anton Harrison, tackle, coming up to make this block right here. Give Hunter some even more space. That happens. Hunter works around, navigates nicely. Solid play. Here's just one more example of that. Hunter in motion here. They're going to get it to him. Cuts inside. Solid gain. Just a couple examples throughout the film of times where he's targeted early and often with design touches because they want to get the ball in the hands of one of the most electric athletes in all of football. Next group of plays here are just going to highlight how good Travis Hunter is after the catch. We're going to have a couple categories of plays highlighting what Travis Hunter is doing well, how they're utilizing him well in the offense, and then a couple categories of plays showing how things could be improved in Hunter's game as well as the offense around him. But like I said, we're going to highlight Hunter's ability after the catch, how good he is as an athlete. We're going to see several deep zones from the Texans that are going to develop, deep routes from the receivers here, deep across the field, hanging these zones back. Then we're going to have 2 checkdowns for Lawrence to throw the ball to that he eventually does get to, one of which is LaQuint Allen, the running back, who's going to hang here. Then there's Travis Hunter, who's swinging outside from the backfield, also a check down option. Obviously, the ball does go to Hunter, and he does a really nice job making the defender miss right after he makes the catch. He cuts inside and gets about 10 more yards than he would have otherwise. Here's the play. You can see, there's no one within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage on the Houston defense. And you shoot 2 checkdowns, LaQuint Allen here, Hunter here. Lawrence is going to look over at Hunter. Nobody's open downfield because it's nice zone coverage. Lawrence takes check down, gives it to Hunter. Hunter is going to break inside here, break the ankles of the defensive back, and get about 10 more yards. Really good play from Hunter, showing how dynamic he is after the catch. He's known for those ball skills, but he can also make defenders miss. He is such a good, just natural football player. Here we're going to see Hunter breaking a tackle and ripping off a big gain. Again, the Texans are in zone coverage. Everyone kind of goes deep down the field once again. We have routes that go deep down the field, and Thomas cuts inside. They're not exactly what they're going to run, but just showing you. And then we're going to have Hunter against this linebacker. He's kind of the only defender around, so he takes Hunter one-on-one. Kind of turns into man coverage. Hunter's going to break outside, get some separation. Lawrence delivers on time. Hunter breaks tackle and gets way more yardage than originally he was expected to. Really nice play. You can see as Lawrence snaps the ball. Hunter on the inside there. He's going to do a stutter step, get some separation to the outside. Nice job, this linebacker. Kind of a mismatch to have Hunter on this linebacker. But as you can see, of course, nothing open downfield really yet. On time to Hunter. Breaks the tackle, gets upfield, rumbles for, 15, 20 more yards. Another really great play. Next up in this game against the Chiefs, really exciting Monday night game that the Jags actually ended up winning. We're going to see some man-to-man coverage, but that's not without the safeties rotating. It looks like cover 2 man-to-man right off the bat, but the safety's going to rotate down, kind of play a robber, and this safety's going to rotate up and play the deeper zone. On top of that, we're going to have a man-to-man here. Nice little route combination from Lee and Cohen in this Jags offense. Hunter is going to be running just a shallow crosser over the middle of the field. To get him a bit more spacing, Dyami Brown's going to run kind of this deeper route. This defender, who's following Hunter man-to-man, he's going to have to step around this Dyami Brown route. So he's already lost a step in coverage. You'll see how that goes through. But the deeper route from Dyami Brown almost acts as a block, disrupting the corner's point of attack, where he thinks he wants to go to defend Hunter's route and giving Hunter an extra step in coverage. And Hunter makes a really nice move after the catch, reversing field, making several defenders miss. But let's take a look at the play. First of all, you can see Hunter's going to come across, and this defender is already mixed up with Brown, who's got hands on him. He's going to have to reroute, come back around. By the time that happens, Hunter's already got a step. Lawrence finds him. Then he reverses field. Both these defenders were not expecting that at all. Hunter breaks back inside, gains like 5 more yards. Nice play. We'll go through that one more time without stopping. To Hunter. Bang. Reverses field. Really nice juke move. 5 more yards. Little replay here. We just routinely see Hunter making the extra effort, the extra juke move to gain extra yards, which is really helpful in fantasy, obviously. Next up, we're going to see a really interesting defensive play call from the Chiefs. It's going to look like maybe it's man, maybe it's zone. We got 2 high safeties back here. Don't really know what we're seeing. We have, 6 guys in the line of scrimmage right here. They're showing a lot of heavy pressure. They're not really going to drop out of it, but they're not going to rush everyone on the line here. What's going to happen is we're going to see this safety rotate over a little bit, this safety rotate over a little bit into these zones over here. Nick Bolton, Mizzou alum, is going to drop back into coverage in this space. Then I believe this is Leo Chenal, the linebacker, is going to drop back here off the line back into coverage. Going to replace where this defensive back's at. This defensive back is going to go back here, and then we're going to have Jalen Watson, I think, 35, playing zone over here. So we have these 2 deep defenders rotating to their right. Leo Chenal replacing this defensive back, the defensive back going deeper, and then we have some zones over the middle. All this to say, this player is going to run a deeper route, hold this defender here, leaving us wide open space here. Because remember, I believe this is Trent McDuffie. He's going to come off in the blitz. We have a lot of open space over here. This defender's occupied. Hunter's going to come out of the backfield, almost like a wheel route. Stop right here. Lawrence is going to deliver, and Hunter's going to make a nice move, juking out 2 defenders. Really, really nice move, actually, and pick up several extra yards. Here we go, Hunter in the backfield to Lawrence's left. We're going to see as soon as this ball is snapped. Right now, you can see it. McDuffie has blitzed. They have shifted back to these 4 deeper zones. Chenal has fallen back into coverage over the middle of the field. Bolton's in coverage over the middle of the field. This defensive back shifted back. Both these guys shifted over, and Chenal is now in the middle. Like I said, this tight end is going to hold this defender in coverage, leaving a ton of space right here for Hunter to work with. He's going to do a really nice job. Lawrence finds him, makes 1 defender miss, juke inside, jukes back out, and just uses his speed down the sideline to get what I believe is the first down there. Again, one more time in full speed. Finds Hunter, in, out, great move, extra yardage, fantasy points. You'll have to forgive me on this next clip. Didn't cut it off exactly when the play started. But this is Hunter right here lined up in the slot. The Jaguars are going to want to take a shot here. The 49ers are prepared for it with some deep zone coverage. They're going to have 3 deep zones back here, 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 and then 4 deep zones across the middle field with these players all dropping back away from the line of scrimmage. Hunter is going to weave his way through the zone coverage into a little post over the middle and find some open space between these 2 deep defenders right here. Lawrence does an okay job making this throw, but this is just an unbelievable catch from Travis Hunter. And we saw this in college. Travis Hunter had some of the best ball skills I've ever scouted personally. The way he's able to pluck the ball out of the air in some insane contested catch situations and come down with catches that many other receivers would not. He is just a very special talent in that way. We're going to see that. This defender here is going to deliver a solid hit once he comes over and recognizes what Lawrence is throwing to on Hunter, but he's still going to come down with a ridiculous contested catch here. Looks like Lawrence tries to shorten up the throw a little bit to save Hunter from the hit, but it's still a little far downfield, and Hunter, it turns into a contested catch because it is that way, but Hunter still comes down with it. You're going to have to watch this. It's insane. Lawrence finds him. What a catch! And you're going to see another angle that makes this look a lot more impressive, trust me. Now see the full play here. Lawrence snaps it, finds Hunter downfield. Look at this, just getting in the air, climbing the ladder through contact, comes down with it. Really impressive catch. Not only through the contact, but the athleticism to get up in the air, high point that football, bring it down with a defender draped all over him once he sees where Lawrence is throwing the ball. Really impressive catch from Hunter, and the type of stuff you see from guys that turn into superstars in the NFL. Next play here, pretty similar. Another deep shot for the Jags. Hunter's going to motion to the outside of Thomas right here. He's going to run a post over the middle of the field. Thomas is going to run just a deep go. This receiver's going to run, I believe it's Diami Brown. He's going to curl back here. As far as what the Chiefs are doing on defense, we see a ton of these guys in the defensive backfield and secondary drop back into zone coverage. We're going to see a really nice blitz of sorts from the Chiefs. They're going to bring a ton of guys off the line here. This defensive end is going to drop back into coverage. Nick Bolton's going to sneak up into the line, blitz. This linebacker will also come around in a delayed blitz through the middle of the line of scrimmage, take on Travis Etienne, the running back. But Lawrence navigates the pocket. He's going to be forced to make a throw on the run, and Travis Hunter's going to make one of the best catches of the NFL season so far. Just check it out. He's going to motion the outside. See, the Chiefs have brought a lot of pressure. Everyone on this line, this linebacker now delayed blitzing, defensive end dropping back. You can see the zone coverage across. Hunter, you can see, and something really important here is going to happen. Lawrence is going to snake around the pocket. He's going to escape, snake around this defensive end, and these defenders are going to pull up because they think Lawrence is running. They think either Lawrence is running or he's going to make a throw to this receiver here, Diami Brown, who's slightly open. But right now they may think Lawrence is going to take off and run through a lot of this open space here, which he definitely could. So they're going to pull back this way. This defender's coming up even. That's going to leave a lot of space here for Hunter to continue to run this route where these defenders used to be. Lawrence comes up, fires downfield. He wasn't able to fire off a perfect platform. We're going to see that on the other angle of this play. But watch this catch from Hunter. That is unbelievable. That is unbelievable ball skills. That is just, it's part of the generational talent that made him go number 2 overall. It doesn't matter where you put him, he's going to excel. Just a ridiculous catch to be able to make in your rookie season. Here on the other angle, you're going to see how much pressure the Chiefs bring. Ball snapped. A lot of pressure. First of all, check out this. Really nice blitz pickup from Travis Etienne. Little shout out there. Takes that defender on with a really nice contact. Then we're going to see Lawrence snake around, dodges Nick Bolton here, the linebacker, and is forced to throw on the run. Meaning this throw isn't perfect. Travis Hunter's going to have to come back to it, and he does, jumping over the defender practically and making one of the best catches you will ever see. Here's another shot at that first angle. Boom. Unreal. Just a little shout out. Travis Hunter's first NFL touchdown. Just thought we'd go through. He's matched up on this defender man-to-man against the Rams. He's going to blow right by him, show off the speed. This defender's going to tug in his jersey. I believe that's why the flag was thrown. Hunter breaks out this way. Lawrence finds him on a really nice pass downfield. Hunter will walk into the end zone. Really nice play. You can see right here, speeds past him. Defender grabs onto his jersey because he doesn't know what to do. This safety, Cam Curl's not able to get over in time. Lawrence sees him, fires, great throw, and Hunter will walk in. Good throw from Lawrence, down the field, right on the money, touchdown. This is the last of this group of plays here. We're going to see Travis Hunter really settle nicely into a zone and be open and available for Trevor Lawrence. We're going to see these three defenders drop back deep. We're going to have deep zone here. This defender comes up to play the middle of the field. Deep zone here. We're going to have 4 zones across the middle. Here, here. I believe this is Landman, the linebacker. Drops back off the line of scrimmage after showing blitz. Then here, there's our 4 zones shallow. And Hunter's going to settle down. I believe this is his path. Right in this spot right here. Kind of sits there for a little bit. Slows his route down so Lawrence can find him. Nice open space. Good throw. Good catch. Good understanding of that zone coverage. There's Hunter. You can see a ton of green grass out in front of him. That's exactly where this throw is going to go. And nice job. Good catch. Good understanding of the coverage. Next play here, we're going to see the Rams kind of drop into an intricate coverage. They're going to bring this defender off the line to cover the middle of the field. We're going to see a couple of these defenders drop back deep because we see our route combination here. Brian Thomas Jr. running a clear out route, takes this defender with him that way. Then I think this is Parker Washington doing the exact same thing, clear out route, takes this defender too with him that way. Then we have Travis Hunter here, who's basically just being matched up with Quentin Lake one-on-one because he's the only defender left. He sees Travis Hunter's the only receiver in front of him. He's going to stick to him like glue. These defenders playing kind of deeper, so they're not really a part of the play right now. But Hunter is going to have a deeper out route around the 40-yard line, I believe. And this is a criticism of Hunter coming out of Colorado. He was never the crispest route runner. His separation was never his main thing. It was always his ball skills, his athleticism, his versatility. And those things have absolutely translated to the NFL level. He's not a bad route runner, but it could use some polishing for sure. That was one of the main knocks on him in his draft profile. I think this is something that can get better and something I look forward to seeing get better. But and this is going to be an example of him not being very quick getting in and out of his breaks. Quentin Lake's able to follow it pretty easily. And even though Lawrence kind of skies it over the head of Hunter, Lake is all over Travis Hunter in this, and I don't think it would have been a catch. But again, you'd like to see him get more separation here. He's kind of the main, point of this play. The other guys are running clear out routes. He's kind of the main target of Lawrence. Also, one more minor thing before we start the play. This defender's actually not going to go with Parker Washington. Just watch the play again. He's going to stay in kind of a shallow coverage here. We're going to start the play like we just talked about. Travis Hunter is going to run kind of this out around this range, maybe a little deeper against Lake. Brian Thomas Jr. is taking this defender deep. Parker Washington going deep this way. He's going to make sure these defenders don't come up at all. We're going to see how Hunter can handle this one-on-one against Lake. As you can see, kind of slow out of his break. Maybe it's just great coverage from Lake. Maybe I'm nitpicking, but at the same time, not the crispest route. Doesn't get a lot of separation along that sideline. Lawrence skies the ball. One more time without all the pausing. Clear out routes. Hunter, a little slow out of it, I think. Not as much suddenness as you'd like to see. But again, not terrible. Maybe I'm just, picking small things out. This next play, you could go a couple of different ways the way you're analyzing it. We're going to have play action. They're going to fake the run ETN. This defender's going to come up, as well as these three. They're going to, play the run at first, come up to the line of scrimmage. Once they see it's a pass, they're going to drop back into zones over the middle. Not exactly to scale, obviously, just trying to draw them. And then we have Brian Thomas Jr. running route this way, wherever he goes. I'm not totally sure. This defender's going to be playing a zone. This defender goes over the middle of the field, play a deep zone. Then we have Travis Hunter matched up against this defender, kind of on an island in a sense. We're going to see Hunter run in to fake that in and then break out. Not the sharpest, quickest route in the world. I think he takes a few too many steps at the top of this route, breaking back in. The defender's able to see where he's going with it. This isn't the greatest throw from Lawrence. However, you could definitely say this is kind of on Trevor Lawrence for putting the ball too far inside once you see it. Maybe this was just elite coverage. It was really good coverage. But maybe it was on Hunter for being too slow out of that break, taking too many steps at the top. You be the judge. But we're going to see here, Lawrence, it's going to be play action. Fake the running back, roll back. You can see we have these zones over the middle. He's got his eyes here. Deep, safety, making sure Brian Thomas doesn't do anything. Lawrence is already looking at Hunter, who's going to break in and out. Takes a lot of steps at the top. Breaks out. Batted down, picked, I believe, actually. Don't worry, we're going to look this back without me pausing it. Here it is one more time. Hunter on the left side. Takes a lot of steps there. A little slow out of the break. Defender gets jumped on it. I think it was partly on Hunter, but also not a great ball from Lawrence. Too far to the inside, in my opinion. Ends up as an interception. Next play here, we're going to have play action to this running back here. Lawrence is going to roll back out and roll across the field this way. Brian Thomas Jr. is going to come across behind the line of scrimmage and be kind of that safe option. Travis Hunter is going to squeeze through here and come across behind these players. These defenders come up and look at Brian Thomas Jr. They're going to play towards the flat more, and Hunter's able to sneak out behind them and give himself a chance. He's going to have some separation here through the zone coverage after the play action. And this is kind of just a miss from Lawrence, honestly. Lawrence waits too long, doesn't put the ball where it needs to be, and Hunter's not able to get his feet down. I think this is kind of on the quarterback, but you can be the judge as well. Play action, you can see a lot of defenders have their eyes either on Lawrence or on Brian Thomas Jr., one of the two. But Hunter has already snuck out, and this is a lot of open space. I think if Lawrence puts the ball on him early, we'll see. But right here, Hunter's already kind of won. You can see clear out route down here, taking this defender away down the field. There's so much space here if Lawrence wants to throw it now. Lead him upfield a little bit with the throw. Throw him open, like those elite quarterbacks do. Or just put it on him a little bit earlier, throw some anticipation, let Hunter go out and get it. It takes a little bit long, and Hunter's not able to get his feet down. The ball's a little bit towards the sideline as well. You can see on the angle here a little bit better. You can see Hunter sneaks out. There's a lot of space back there where my mouse is. But Lawrence waits. Throws it now a little bit out, so Hunter has to make a really nice catch, but not able to get his feet down. Ball comes out. Again, here's the play in full speed. Seems a little late to me. This play here, just a miss from Lawrence. You'll see it better on the other angle. Over the head of Hunter. Lawrence, I don't trust the consistency with him quite yet. I'm a little bit worried about him long term with Travis Hunter's value. He's a decent quarterback, but again, not the most consistent player in the league. Again, here he's just going to miss Hunter. Hunter's open. You're going to see Hunter come across and kind of this wheel route, come across the field, and then he's going to just curl back at the last second. This defender's going to come with him, and Hunter's going to be open. Lawrence sees him, but just throws it way too far to his back shoulder towards the sideline in completion. You can see right here, a great route, honestly, from Hunter. Gets a lot of separation, turns back this way, but the ball is just way too far this way for Hunter to have a chance at it. And it's uncatchable. Overall, there are a million reasons to be excited about Travis Hunter, especially this season. He's shown so much potential and is getting more and more integrated to this offense week by week, which is going to be so helpful for fantasy football. It's no secret that Brian Thomas Jr. has been struggling in his sophomore season. Could Travis Hunter take over as that wide receiver 1 role? We don't know yet, but I'm liking what I'm seeing from Hunter. The skills that he had in college have translated over really well to the NFL level. He has those elite ball skills. He's good after the catch. He's an instinctual player. If he can improve as a route runner, I think he could be an even more dominant receiver. But nonetheless, I've been very impressed by what I've seen from Travis Hunter so far in his rookie year. The stats back it up. The film backs it up. I think you should trade for him in fantasy football. Overall, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more film breakdowns just like this, and also just general fantasy football advice all season long. Who knows, maybe we could help you win your fantasy championship. That's all I got for you guys for now. I'm Joe, and this is Fantasy Trading Room.